Hey, what is up guys? Nathan with Fish ATX here. I have my Native Slayer Propel 10 Max. It's a mouthful, long name, but it is an awesome kayak. I've had it for about 7 months now, so I thought it'd be a good time to do a review. So in this video, I want to describe, the pros and cons of this kayak, why I love it so much, who it's right for, who should maybe look somewhere else or get a bigger kayak. I also want to go through all the accessories, everything that I've done to it, all the things you can do to it. There's so many accessories you can do for this thing. I also want to try to incorporate some videos, some footage of me on the kayak throughout this video. Just kind of show stability, casting, catching a fish. Hell yeah. On the glide. How it feels, how it looks. It's really just a great kayak, so I hope you enjoy this video. And as I'm going through all these things too, just a reminder, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I have all of the links to all of these accessories that I have down in the description section. Makes it easy for y'all to find, and it does help me out, so I appreciate it if you check those out. If not, no hard feelings. I upgraded from my Pelican. I wanted to start fishing some bigger lakes and rivers and stuff like that, so I thought it was time to upgrade to a Propel kayak. So it's 10 foot long, 34 inches wide, maybe a little bit more than that. So it's super stable. It carries the width throughout the entire kayak, so it's not, it's a little different design than like the Pelican, where it literally feels so stable when you stand up. Stand up, cast, set the hook, and you don't feel like you're gonna wobble or fall at all. It's very, very stable. Which is what I was looking for in a compact kayak. What I love about it is it's 10 foot, so you can just throw it in the back of your truck. I didn't need to buy a trailer for it or anything. It's a little lighter than the 12.5 version. It is definitely not a super light kayak though. I think online it shows the fitted hull weight is like 75 pounds, which means that is just the hull, no seat, no propeller, no gear or anything. So once you add seat, propeller, all this other gear, it's like at least 100. With all my extra gear, it's probably over 100, 125 maybe. The sidekick wheels definitely help with that, and I'll go into that in more detail when I go throughout this whole kayak and just show you all the features. Pretty fast. I think I can get up to 4.5 miles an hour. Doesn't sound that fast, but on the water it definitely helps. Beats paddling, sorry. The pedal system is super smooth. Instant reverse, which is amazing, just for maneuvering and I fish a lot of creeks and stuff with a bunch of hanging trees, so I'll be going and I can just instantly reverse around these trees or stumps or whatever. Even with the paddles, if you don't want to take the pedal drive out, it paddles very well. You can cut through stuff really easily. If there's like a lot of algae and stuff, this has a weed guard on it, but it's just to not get entangled, but it's not going to just cut through weeds and stuff. So I've had to pop it up and take the weeds off and everything and keep on going, which really isn't that easy, isn't that hard because of the system that they did. So pretty much all you have to do is just pop this off. This thing goes like that. You just set it down, and then pop it back in. Secure it, and it's good to go. And yeah, it's super smooth. There's no reverse. It's a really nice system, pedal drive system. It hasn't caused me any issues yet. I've done a lot of fishing on it, and I love this thing. So it does stick down pretty far. So that's what I was saying, if you're fishing super shallow, just beware of that. But I haven't had any issues. It's super strong metal protector, so I haven't had any issues. But if I do, I actually keep, there's this back compartment for any kind of storage. I would recommend keeping an extra propeller. That's what I do, just in case you're super far away, something happens to your propeller. They're like 20 bucks on the native site. So I just store it in there just in case anything happens. Some of my favorite features, it has so much storage. Under the seat, there's storage for 2 boxes and more. There's storage on each side for more tackle boxes. The front hatch is huge, has 2 different compartments, and excuse me, there's multiple molded out places for like a phone, pliers, whatever you really need to store. You can store so much stuff on this thing, which I do. The seat is super comfy. They adjust with these knobs. You can slide it back and forth for more leg room. I'm a short guy, so I have it pretty far up, but most people probably have to go further back, but it's a super comfy seat. I fish 8-hour days on it. It's a very nice seat with the storage underneath. And the rod holders on the side, great addition. So pretty much all you do is you slide it in there, protects the tip, and it'll sit there. And with the sidekick wheels, there's actually an attachment that you put on top. I ordered it, but I just haven't done it yet. And it'll sit right there and you can strap them in. But honestly, they can sit there just fine. Right here we have a yakattack paddle holder. So when I am paddling, I can just set it right here and strap it in or whatever. And it just sits right there, just kind of out of the way, so it's not just across your lap or whatever. Tons of storage underneath the seat. I have my measuring board here. The fish finder, I have a Garmin Striker 4, which I really like. I have it set to where the wires are going through. It has these 2 electronic plates where you can drill or do whatever, so you don't have to drill into your kayak, you're just doing it into the plate, which is super nice. I have a whole video where I show exactly how I drilled these holes, how I installed everything, so definitely check that out. I'll have a link in the description, as well as a link that'll pop up in the corner over here. And it goes through all of the details of how I installed the fish finder and my Noqua battery, which I really highly recommend Noqua. I have the 10 amp, and I have a USB charging port in the hatch. And it is probably on 75% full still after a full 8-hour day, which is amazing. So don't have to charge it very often, very reliable. I'll pan to a video of the front hatch and all the accessories. I have the USB port, plenty of room for the battery, additional things I throw in there, a screwdriver, sunglasses, whatever I need to put in there, so sunscreen, tons of room, which I love. All right, here's the final product. The yakattack through-hole wire kit coming out nice and flush. That, and those wires come out. I'll probably tie them in here somehow, but I just have them underneath this extra piece that I have from the other mount that I had, and goes to the fish finder. Those wires are going through the hole into here, which is nice and clean. Got the Noqua 10 amp battery hooked up. I have the Y connector. So it splits off with the fish finder, and I installed, here's the USB port. So just lift this little cover up, and boom, ready to rock. I love these little grooves, so everything goes smoothly, and that Noqua battery fits perfectly in that front compartment, which leaves this open for whatever I want to do, like a little dry bag, and then I can charge my GoPro and iPhone or whatever. Super happy. They have the rails that go all the way back, which you can, I mount my fish finder on them. I have my Railblaza R-Lock camera boom on the back rail back there, which is really a great tool if you're trying to make some GoPro videos. You can do different angles. It pops off so you can do like release videos. You've probably seen if you watch my stuff. I'd appreciate you. Easier? All right.
Yeah, it's a lot easier having someone with you take the picture because, like, I don't know, like you can do it with the GoPro and all that, but.
Bye. Also have this Plano bag, Plano crate bag with a Yeti bag in front of it. Yeti dry bag, awesome just to put, keys, wallet, whatever you need. It's secured on here. The Plano, this goes with me everywhere. This whole setup, literally just take it off. If I'm gonna use my paddleboard, I take that whole setup, and I'll go through that in a second, showing more detail. I have my net here, Ego net, which I really like because it floats and it attaches, so like the paddleboard, I can attach it to stuff, but it floats anyway, so it's really easy to get. And back there I have the Angler CF paddles from Field & String. I think they're $100. Very comfy paddle, and I like the little cutout section. I think it's called like a hook retriever or something like that. I've actually used it, it does work. I had like a swim bait that I caught on the log and I just used it and popped it out. The only bad part about those is that if there's a lot of vegetation, like drill or something, and you're paddling through it, those little notches will kind of catch it, but it's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, so the sidekick wheels, if you do get a native Slayer or anything that is, you're able to use the sidekick wheels for it, I highly recommend them. Super easy to install, and it just makes it 1,000 times easier to get on any kind of water. And they just easily pop in and out. Yeah. Also just roll this up to my truck, how it is like now, and you can just pop it in the bed without having to actually lift the entire kayak and kill my back as I was doing before. So highly recommend that. Rudder system, nice and smooth. So far I've had no issues with it. As far as maneuverability, I think it turns really well. You can really turn this thing on a dime and it'll just kind of spin around. I fish creeks that are 30 yards wide or less. They just get really skinny with a bunch of trees hanging over. I can just maneuver throughout these trees. Like Georgetown, there's a bunch of standing trees. I think I have some footage where you can literally just weave in and out. And it's really nice, nice turning ability. So this is the Railblaza R-Lock system. And it makes it very easy. It pops off with the GoPro. You can do different adjustments, angles and stuff like that. Highly recommend this. This is the Plano Weekender bag, I think is what it's called, crate bag. Just fits in any kind of crate. Tons of storage inside. You can put more tackle bags in each of these. I put swim baits in one side. I have a Yeti dry bag in front, makes it nice and secure for all my stuff that I don't want to get wet. As I mentioned before, sidekick wheels, really cool system, super easy to install. They have rod holders, of course, cup holder mold. I put my phone in here with this this Rogue tether. This thing has saved my phones multiple times, so I love this thing. Little cutters. I mean, there's so many things you can put on this kayak. And I mentioned this paddle holder right here. This is the new measuring board that I have that I really like. So the seat has a tray, slides out, more storage. Even has a storage behind there so you can fit even more stuff, pliers, whatever you need in there. Extra line. And that'll secure down while you're driving. These molds on the side for tackle boxes. Usually there's a handle here. I broke that because I kept on putting this thing down on it, so be careful about that. I put it on there and it was probably 120 one day, and I think it just got too hot and it just fell apart. Native actually is gonna sending me a piece right now to replace that. This front hatch, lots of room. I have my Nokia USB charger in there, and I put my battery right here. And here's the transducer. Check out my other video. I go throughout my entire video explaining how I installed all this, showing how I did it. And yeah, check that out if you're interested in installing a USB or a fish finder like that goes through the hull. Actually, a really easy job. I have no experience doing any of this stuff. I just figured it out, and it's not that bad. This is that Ego net I was talking about. Floats. This makes it nice. Then lastly, carbon fiber paddles I got from Field & Stream. This is that little notch I was telling you about. It does get caught on vegetation, but it also helps you retrieve snagged hooks. And they pop in, just super convenient in the back like that. I have had them pop out before if I hit something, but they float, so it wasn't an issue. And the rudder system back here. They actually just came out with an upgraded rudder, so I think another piece sticks down right here. So I might check that out to see how that is, do some research. But so far, I've really enjoyed this. This rudder system is, not bad at all. So now I've talked highly about this kayak so far. I guess the really only cons would be if you want to fish super shallow water, with like some rapids or the Guadalupe River or something like that. Maybe look into a different kayak. If you want to fish huge lakes or out in the surf or something like that in Texas coast, maybe look at the longer, the 12.5. But if you're like me and you fish, just lakes occasionally, rivers, nothing too crazy with rapids or too shallow, and then ponds, stuff like that. I mean, this is just perfect to be able to get out on any type of water and just roll it out and get started. It's pretty awesome. So if this video convinced you to get a Slayer, I don't work with them or anything, but I got mine from TG Canoe and Kayak in San Marcos. If you're in the Texas area, super knowledgeable guys. I called them probably 10 times before coming to visit just to ask them questions about what's right for me. They narrowed it all down, and this is, they really helped me get this kayak, and I'm really happy with my decision. Definitely check them out. Very knowledgeable guys, have tons of inventory on different kayaks and accessories and all that, so definitely check them out. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a comment below, give a like, maybe a follow, that'd be great, or a subscription, or whatever it's called. I'm trying to keep going out with these review videos like this, and of course I'm gonna have tons of content that I'm gonna keep putting out with my kayak and paddleboard and just fishing around Austin, Texas in general. So definitely subscribe if you want to see more of that content. And as I said before, I'm an Amazon affiliate, so I'll have all these accessories and even like the filming equipment I use, everything that I use down in the description section with links. So it makes it easy for y'all to find stuff and kind of check them out. And it helps me for commission wise to put back into these videos, help my fishing addiction, and just keep this thing going. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and feel free to drop a comment if you have any questions at all. I'm sure there's things I forgot to mention about this kayak. So yeah, any questions at all, drop a comment and I'll try to respond as quick as I can. I appreciate y'all watching, and until next time.